Okay, Mathcad. Basically, it's PTC. So you go to all programs. Here's PTC. This is like some other program. You know, it's one of those things that Quality Agent does all that and reports back to PTC, all that stuff. Here's the second one, PTC Mathcad. Here's what you want. Just Mathcad Prime 3.0, which I've already opened up. There it is, right there. So, first thing to note on Mathcad, there are two types of equals. So 1 plus 1, hit the plain old equal sign, it gives me 2. 2 raised to the 10th power, plain old equal sign, gives me 2 to the 10th, and so on. So you can get the sign of, by the way, this thing does units, sine of 90. Probably won't know what to do. Oops, excuse me, I got to put the equal sign. There we go. Hit the equal sign. 0.894. That doesn't make sense, does it? I think it's presuming radians. Unit system. You got different kinds of units. U.S. customary system, that's the English system, essentially. CGS is an older metric version. This is the one, its default setting in Mathcad is to use units, just like the metric system. That is really what the one advantage Mathcad has, is it handles units well. So the way I'd fix this is do 90 degrees, click outside, sine of 90 degrees is 1. So if I put 90 and then units of DEG, we're fine. Okay, there's a few others. That is really the main point of chapter 10. You can enter all sorts of equations. It is more natural. Let me do one more. One and operators. You can pick all sorts of things to do. Subtraction or negation. I want to do like a fraction bar. Let's see. And I can't seem to find it. Of course, with a lot of these things, just the plethora of everything that's around is hard to deal with sometimes. So here's, and you'll notice they also they have the slash rather than a horizontal fraction bar, they have the slash. This and this mean the same thing. They're both division.
I think if you do the slash, it will become into one.
Yeah, let's give it a try. Yeah, let's give it a try. So 1 slash, yeah, there's the fraction bar. 10. And then hit the equal sign. It evaluates it. It formats nicely too. That's why I wanted to pull up the fraction bar, is because this is the kind of thing, this looks more like equations that you read. The way you read equations, the way you'd write equations for handwritten and stuff like that. Now, while this is kind of cool, most people find it cumbersome. It works a lot like an equation editor in that regard. So the algebraic notation like MATLAB uses, people have gotten used to, works well. They tend to gravitate toward it once they've used it a lot. This has the advantage, formats nicely, and handles units well. Okay, like an equation editor, like Microsoft Word. Okay, chapter 11. R. Now, that's one type of equal sign that evaluates. This is an evaluation equal. This is like the equal in, well, no, it's not anything like they have in MATLAB. It's like the enter sign. It's like you hit it and you type in something in if you type 1 plus 1 in MATLAB and hit enter, then it goes answer equals 2. This one, the equal sign does the same function. Enter in MATLAB, you type an equal in Mathcad. So I'm just highlighting some of the differences between these two things. Here's another equal sign. Assigned. This is the assignment. Colon equals 5 meters. This should give me 5 meters. Let's see. No, I don't think it does. I don't think that's the units of meters. Or maybe it is. Let's go r squared. Now r is a variable. It's now been defined. Yes, 25 meters squared. It did pick this m up as a unit rather than, and by the way, it highlights things a little differently. It picked up DEG as degrees. So there's a little different highlighting. Let's do something else here. Area equals, oops, I got to do an assigned equals. I got an error message, so I have to use my colon equals. Here's another thing to watch out for in Mathcad. Symbols. Pi is a symbol. It does not equal 3.1415926 and so on and so forth. It can be used as a symbol like this, or it can be used as a constant like this. So can E and C. Well, anyway, there's a lot of things that are both constants and symbols. Watch out for that. They're going to be highlighted a little different. The constant is going to look a little different than the symbol. So R now is a variable. You'll note the highlighting is a hair different. You might not even be able to tell the difference on the overhead projector. So there's pi r squared, area of a circle. And oops, I forgot something. If I want to evaluate it, I hit equal here. So you get 78.54 meters squared in, yes, meters squared. I can replace this. Here's where the units come in really handy. If I want to know my answer in feet squared, I just, come on, pick it up. I just type in the new unit I want and click anywhere outside the box. And it recalculates. It does the units conversion and recalculates the area in feet squared. So that's one of the nice features about Mathcad that a lot of people like. Obviously, you can get into the middle of an equation. I could do this and symbols. I'm going to put pi in as a symbol. And I'm going to go back to meters, by the way. I'll click outside. So it didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to make it a symbol, not a constant. It picked it up as a constant. I was trying to make pi be a symbol, not a, I wanted to show you guys the difference between symbols and constants. Let's try this. I'm going to get rid of this here. There we go. And I'm going to go symbol pi equal assigned equal 2. There we go. So now I have, so now I'm going to try to double the area. I'm going to multiply pi times pi, which is real confusing, but I want to show you how things can get confused to show you how to avoid confusion. And this constant pi and this symbol pi look so incredibly close. You might not see the difference on the overhead. There's a very slight variation on my screen. So watch out for this. Symbols versus constants. That basically concludes chapter 11. That's what I wanted to talk. That's the introduction. I wanted to talk to you today about Mathcad. And last comment. The old Seamers book, which has not yet been revised, does not. You will see in your Seamers book, it'll talk about global variables. They don't exist anymore. They were removed from Mathcad. They are a horrible practice anyway, but The part where it talks about, on page 75, where it talks about globals, you can ignore. Okay. Let's see, just making sure I haven't missed anything. We will continue with discussing Chapter 12 at next time. And at this time, I will hand out your exams.
Awesome.
Okay.